Somerset struggle, skittled for 211. Hampshire watched on from home last week as Somerset trounced Gloucestershire in the South West Derby at Bristol. This week's hosts have finally hit their stride. 3 defeats to open the campaign have now become 2 wins in a row. They're up to 6th place, with their visitors in 3rd, trailing Surrey by 24 points. Somerset won the toss and decided to send Lammonby and Renshaw out into the middle to start the match with the bat, and for a time they looked like they might put on a decent opening stand together until Kyle Abbott had his say. Lammonby outcaught by Dawson for 16, the first breakthrough for Hampshire. Tom Abel wouldn't share the middle with Matt Renshaw for very long. The captain lost his partner when he was out courtesy of another catch by Dawson, this time off the bowling of Holland. The Somerset skipper is blessed with bundles of cricketing talent, but on the occasion of his 100th first-class match, it was his football skills that let him down, out-bowled by Abbas, unable to kick the ball away from the stumps as it slowly trundled towards them. Hildreth and Banton preserved their wickets before the break, Somerset up to 58 for 3, Hampshire with their tails up. Somerset added to their score after the break, but was still yet to breach 3 figures when Hildreth went LBW to Abbas for 8. And they got a little bit stuck in the 90s for quite some time, and eventually that pressure told. Banton out LBW to Abbott for 24. Gregory and Davis did inch their way past 100, but Somerset's decision to bat first was starting to look a little suspect when the all-rounder tamely edged Fuller to Dawson with just 5 to his name. After being constrained by seam, the introduction of Liam Dawson's spin saw Overton free his arms with 2 sixes in an over. But Dawson got it right in his next one. Davis fiddling at the ball and edging through to Vince, his 29, Somerset's top score so far. And they were in a bit of a pickle at tea, the score 154 for 7. Someone clearly forgot to tell Craig Overton that Somerset was struggling. He was quickly his side's top scorer after the break, taking every chance he could to find boundaries and drag the score up to something a bit more respectable. It was quite an innings from the England bowler who had dragged Somerset to 184 when he flicked Abbott to Organ in the leg side, out 6 runs away from what would have been a deserved half-century. His international colleague Jack Leach was the man that took them to 200, and the bonus points it brought too. A good recovery from Somerset, but they weren't out of the woods yet. That's about all Leach could contribute. Out for 13, bowled by Holland. 8 balls later, the innings was over. Siddle bowled by Fuller for 5. Somerset, all out for 211, had their early season batting demons returned. From the look of the scorecard, that seemed to be the case, with Overton's 44 eclipsing the second highest total of Davis on 29. Abbott had taken the most wickets of Hampshire's intimidating attack, finishing with 3 for 60 from his 18 overs. The hosts' hopes lay in the old adage, never judge a wicket until both sides have batted on it. But it looked pretty good for Hampshire in the 15 overs they managed to get in before the close, Organ and Holland taking their side to 29 for none. There's a hard day of work in the field ahead for the hosts if they're to claw back lost ground. The visitors' innings is in its infancy, but they're only 182 runs away from parity.